Right, here we have what I'm going to call an interlocked pulse generator. It can do variable pulses and it can do variable dwell between the pulses, and it's running at 100 kilohertz. It's all running in software rather than hardware PWM, which is why I'm only running it at 100 kilohertz, but I think that should give us enough resolution. Okay, so to show how it works, this is the prototype device, and at the moment I've just got two LEDs on the outputs, the two pulse generated outputs. So I'll go back to how you set the device. It's talking to the device down a serial link, so you can literally just plug the device into your computer and then set it up from a computer. So if I edit the first pulse, what I'll do is I'll set it to 100,000 cycles. It's running at 100 kilohertz, so that will give us a 1 second pulse on channel 1. We see this here as a red LED. The reason it's permanently on is because there's no dwell between the pulses. If I now give us a 1 second dwell between pulses, notice that I'm not changing pulse 2 at this time, I'm just changing pulse 1 and the dwell. I'll do 100,000 cycles, save that to the device, and what we now have is channel 1 flashing 1 second on, 1 second off. I should mention the blue LEDs you can see there, that's just the device heart beating, so that's nothing to do with the pulse generator. That just shows us that the device is alive and running. Now what we'll do is we'll go back to the utility and we'll add a 1 second pulse on the other channel. There you go. What we now get is a 1 second pulse on each channel, red then green, with a 1 second dwell between them. So what we can do now is, as it says here in the instructions, I shall edit all. We'll turn the first pulse off. We'll set, the second pulse off. We'll set the first pulse to 5 cycles. That's 5 100ths of a second. We'll set the dwell time between pulses to 5 100ths of a second, and this way we'll get a 50% duty cycle at 10 kilohertz. So if I save the new values, I can save them all in one go. Obviously LEDs aren't linear, so you don't really see much difference, and obviously this camera is not that much good, but this is about 50% duty cycle on this LED. That's about it really. These are all obviously editable. You can check